hierarchy.
Now we have a manager's role. Now a manager's role is identifying a clear objective for a team or group to work, which would be making the team more effective in doing their work. Now this is extremely important. It can mean that the manager picks a team that's going to work together effectively. They have to have diversity, they have to mix the group in to achieve a goal that's going to be broader than a group that is just all the same. However, they must make sure that that group doesn't have people in there that are going to butt heads, that have all the same attributes, because that means the diversity will actually act against the group. Now, managers also can give a defined strategy and techniques and organise the structure of the team or group. Moreover, they can give ideas to gather the information being targeted, like brainstorming. Just giving the team some idea of what they should be doing and then letting them get on with it. Now, a group and team members should know what troubles they may face in trying to gain the information needed to achieve the identified objective. The issue here is you can have a free riding problem, you can have apprehension, or you can have production blocking. Now that is where you have a team that hasn't been picked effectively. People are butting heads, people's ideas aren't being listened to, and people feel sidelined within the group. They start to feel that that group isn't going to achieve as much as they think it could, were they listened to a little bit more. Now it's important to select roles for the team members. I touched on it just before and we'll go into it a little bit more again. This is Belden's 19 roles. By identifying these team roles, a manager can effectively pick a team that is going to do a good job. I'll give you 3 examples of those team roles. You have a shaper, a leadership role. The person who's going to take the ideas that are put into the group, shape the group and put an effective pause forward for that group. Then you have the plant. Now you need your plant, you need the ideas person. They may come up with 100 ideas of which 99 are no good, but that one idea is something that is going to be able to be pushed forward. Without them, you don't have the diverse ideas, you don't have the ideas to bring that business and that group to a more successful point and stage. And then you have the teamwork, and this is extremely important for harmony. You have to remember, within a group, we're all different people. We may have different backgrounds, we may have different work experience. And that can mean that people can quite easily find it that they're not going to get on with someone. By having someone who's going to promote harmony, promote discussions between people, it can make sure that the group doesn't tear itself apart, and that the group is effective in making sure that when it does have difference of opinion or arguments, that they find a way to move forward and past that. Managers should also focus on motivating the members of the group or team in order for them to achieve targets efficiently.
Miles, I was looking at this image now that you're speaking of motivation, and I could see a boss pointing to his people, and also a leader with his people. Do you mind explaining what's happening there?
It's a good question, Reece. So the top one here is a boss. That's someone who says, you're going to do what I tell you to do, and lets other people toe the line, lets other people just do what they tell them to do. The problem with doing so is that these people down here feel that that person isn't helping them. They're not an active part, and why should they have real respect for them after all? Now a leader who gets in with that team becomes part of the team and says, we need to achieve together, guys, and leads them in the right direction. That's going to allow the workers to feel focused, feel part of the group, feel part of the team, and have respect for the person leading them. Here, I don't think they have as much respect.
So, what can help managers in ensuring that they have high-functioning teams? Well, we need to identify people's team roles. Managers can provide psychometric tests and interviews to indicate this, like to indicate different personalities and what sorts of jobs may be best suited to him or her. So, it all comes under really clear communication, but first we must look at, we must know our goals. Every team member needs to know where they should go, and they must avoid misunderstanding the task if possible. Secondly, we have structures. According to each member's ability, the task needs to be separated into smaller tasks, including and making the most of every team member. Everybody needs to know what they need to do. And finally, we have time forms. The team needs to set a timetable about when to start, what they need to do, and when they need to do it by, in order to achieve high quality results at the desired time. Finally, we're looking at this empirical study of Google as it's a great team-working organization. So what does Google do to build its teams?
I have a question, Reece. You put at the top here, pleasant working environment.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean?
So Google tried to offer a pleasant working environment to make the workers, the employees involved, as happy and comfortable as they can in the workplace. And they do these by doing things such as providing free food, giving massages, and many other perks to the employees, such as being able to talk amongst each other and all that. They design the workplace creatively and offer many facilities such as a gym. Secondly, Google analyzed their teams by data. They analyze their teams by data in order to find out what can affect the team's efficiency. For example, a clear goal will increase the team's performance. If you know exactly what you can do, what you need to do, you can find a way to logistically go about it and go about it in the right way. And finally, they have team motivation. So they also work on what motivates the team the most and how to mix different personalities and abilities so that they can get a high functioning team, making the most of these different personalities. So
how can we manage and ensure they have high functioning teams? Well, they can have employee engagement in a task, and give motivation and incentives, make sure the team have something that they're striving towards, whether it be a financial goal or just something as silly as sweets. And then they must make sure they have knowledge, skills and attributes. Now that is your interpersonal skills, conflict resolution, communication skills and self-management. Achieving realistic goals for each individual. Making sure an individual has a set task they can achieve. Not giving them a task that they're not going to be able to actually get anything done with.
Okay, here we have Ahmed with the conclusion.
So to conclude, we should know that working in teams create diversity of goods and services, and that will result in a higher profit for the business. Second, teamwork reduces in work discrimination and helps cohesion between departments. Finally, managers can increase employee engagement, resulting in better workplace for everyone. Work can become a place of enjoyment instead of a way to pay bills.
Please see slides 16 and 17 for the credits of our work and our references. We've been Group 3. Thank you very much for watching.